What's up, everybody? Leone here today with another video. Today is not a review day. If you remember a while back, I did a video, and actually now that I think about it, I was wearing the same bear shirt too, so it's probably around bear season. I did a video of what I was using, kind of what I use, what's been working, and kind of an update type thing. More of just what I've been using and updates on devices I've reviewed in the past, and statuses of how they're working and if they're working and stuff like that. So just sit back, enjoy. Nothing to review, just talking about different mods and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, just sit back and enjoy this video. We're just gonna talk. Be right back. Let me grab all my stuff and we'll get to it.
You're the next one and I'm gonna kill you. Don't believe it, but I'm betting that you will. Stop, no, I'll let you live a little bit with the pain that I bring. You know it's only the beginning. Stop, you're the next one and I'm gonna kill you. Don't believe it, but I'm betting that you will. Stop, no, I'll let
So
you
yeah,
live a little
we're just gonna talk and hang out, basically. Excuse me. Alright. So first off, to the winner of the last contest, it was chosen. If you haven't seen the video, I put on there who the winner was. I believe it was Chef Glenn 10, if I'm not mistaken. He won the 2 Zenith clones, and he hopefully has received them by now. So yeah, that's that. Thank you all who entered. I have a few more, actually, a few more Zenith clones to give away, so if you haven't won, stay tuned. You will have another chance to win. We do got more reviews in the pot for say. We're waiting on some things to come in, and excuse me, I drank too much Coke. More reviews to get to coming soon, as always. What else was I gonna say? I also was gonna say, if there's anything that you guys want me to see me review, for instance, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to know, what you want to know about, what you want to see. Put it in a comment. You know, I'll try my best to get that item. There's so much out there, but a lot of it right now is just the same. It's different drippers, different mechanical mods, and 150 to 200 watt devices that we've bloomed in power all of a sudden. And I'll never use 200 watts or 150 watts or even 100 watts. I'm satisfied with 50 watts on my IPv2 that I reviewed. But anyways, so yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see in a review. I usually review things that I am interested in, but sometimes I like to take feedback and see what the hot items are. Usually I do my research and homework, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, like I said, we did a video like this a while back. I think it was titled "What I'm Vaping" or "What I'm Using" or something like that. This is like video 2 of it. It's like a series that I'm gonna do every couple months. I'll check back with a new video. So basically, let's start with what's I've been using right at this moment. This is the Hannah clone from my store that I had a while back. The 30-watt clones. This one here, I am glad to report, is still working. It has issues that bug the hell out of me, but I use it every day. This is the one I bring to work, and it's in my back pocket most of the time, and I sit on it. And actually, it is holding up. It's still solid. The tank has kind of slanted even more, but that's because when I sit on it, I think I'm pulling my 510. Whatever. This was the prototype, actually, so this wasn't the final version. But I use this every freaking day. And I have it every day. I have it set to 12.5 watts. I put in my Good Life Vapor, Deadly Sin, and I bring it to work for my 6-7 hour day, and that's what I use. It's old reliable. I've had it for a couple months now, and it's old reliable for me. I beat it up. It's scratched to all hell. It takes a beating. I mean, yeah. It just does. It just works. The thing that bothers me is that freaking, when it goes into sleep mode, that I have to click it like 5 different times to get it to like wake up. Sometimes it's 3 times, sometimes it's 2 times, sometimes it's that first click. I'm actually hitting the button, and I'm vaping, and nothing's happening. And I'm like, what the fuck, and the screen's not on. I do it again, screen's on, and that annoys me. But I take it to work because it's, you know, it's durable and it's working for me. So I'm happy to report that one works fine. I do have the, grab it. Oh, the other Hannah here, the not the prototype, the final version of it right here. I have my atomic on it right now, and I use this one at home. This is more of my nicer one. This one's nice and not scarred. I have certain mods that I take out and certain mods that stay at home at all times. And one of those mods that stays at home at all times is this one. This was in the last one of my vaping video that I did. The DNA 20. It's a Hannah. What's her name? Shan Box Mods. She makes these. I'll post links for a lot of stuff below, so if you're interested, you can look. She's got DNA 30s now. This was when DNA 20s were the only thing out. Excuse me. This one here. It's a DNA 20 aluminum box. Is it aluminum? I think it's an aluminum box. I don't remember now. It's been a while. This thing stays at home because it's valuable to me. I mean, it's my favorite basketball team. It's my favorite team. My favorite sports team, basically. And I bring this out during Bulls games, and this is like my vape for that stuff. But this thing has been great. The only thing is the batteries are so loose that if you shake it a little bit, they'll fly out. They'll not make contact. So that has happened to this one. The board, something has gone on with the board. So I'm not happy about that. But it is what it is. Things break over time. You know, I've had this for a year exactly now. I got it on my first year vape anniversary, we call it. It's a vape anniversary gift I got for myself. And every once in a while, I'll be vaping it, and it'll say check atomizer. And no matter what atomizer's on there, it's making a connection, I'm vaping it fine, then all of a sudden, it'll say check atomizer, just out of the blue. I'll be vaping it, and then I'll be like, what's going on? And it says check atomizer, and it's not working. And what I have to do is, and then it locks itself on its own. It locks itself on its own. And then I'll unlock it and vape it, and then it'll cut out in the middle of the vape and lock itself again. So I don't know what's going on with it. I love this thing, so I might contact her and see if I can pay her to get it fixed. If it's a chip issue, a button issue, switch issue, I don't know. You know, it's been a year now, so it's expected. So the DNA 20 mod, actually, is the first one to crap out on me or have such issues. The clones have not had that issue yet, but again, those are a couple months in. Something else that was in one of my vaping video was this guy. My Vapor Zeus automatic cigar. This thing's great. I love this thing. I use this all the time. Take it out with me. It's portable. My brother actually bought one. He's got one too. He loves that thing. It's just great. Auto fire. Put it in your mouth. You can chew on it just like a cigar. It's great. I love that thing. So that thing was in there also. That was from Vapor for Life. Again, I'll post some links in the description. I don't know what the prices are on these now because things come out and change, and so I'm not going to quote anything, but you can check them out. Another one I use all the time. Everybody knows the Nemesis. It's funny because a lot of the things I use all the time are old things, not besides the Hannah DNA 30. The Nemesis clone and the K-Fun 3.1. Authentic K-Fun, my first K-Fun I ever had. I have some Sweet Mother Mercury from Moon Mountain, my favorite juice vendor out there right now. And I love this thing. I got a kick 2 in here at 12 watts. It's a 1.3 ohm build. This K-Fun's been great. The Nemesis clone has been great. I've had no issues with these things. These things are just flawless. So that one, the Nemesis came from vaperoyalty.com, and the K-Fun 3.1 I got in a trade from a classifieds thing on Facebook. And then another one I use all the time. Yeah, I use a lot of things all the time. Some things more than others. Like this guy, I usually vape this one when I get home from work, just because the flavor is a relaxing flavor. It's Sweet Mother Mercury. It's kind of a tobacco caramel, and I love having that right after work. Kind of calms me down. This I usually is more of a take-out kind of vape because, I mean, when I'm home I could use more troublesome mods. That's more out and about mod. And then this one here sits on my coffee table next to me, and it's used almost every night, depending on if I want the juice that's in here, which is, oh, that is the, again, Moon Mountain Vapor, their Max VG line. I did a review for this and that juice with my Mephisto, which I love this Mephisto that leaks like a son of a bitch. And Vape's just great. Just 18650 with a I think 3 or 0.4 build in there, 0.4 ohm. That works great too. The copper vanilla came from, where'd that fucker come from? 88evape.com, the new vendor I've been using lately, and so did the Mephisto. They both came from there. I just love this piece together. It's a great little mech. No issues with it whatsoever. Well, I don't know if I mentioned I replaced the switch with magnets, but since I've replaced that, the switch has been fantastic. It's been a dream. Let's go to the one I use every day, not 24/7, every day at the same time through the night. From about 8 o'clock at night till about 11 to 12 I go to bed. This 722 with the Russian Authentic on there are the two I use. This does not really come out with me. Actually, it does come out with me more than I would like it to. Just because they just sit together and I don't like to take them apart. These have just been living together for a long time. You remember my review for the 722? You can go back and watch it if you want. This was made from Pioneer for You, which is the same people that made the IPv2. And this one's just a great mod. I love this thing. It surprisingly, no issues to report with this one here. No issues whatsoever. The spring-loaded pin works fine. The sensors, when you turn for voltage, wattage up and down, they work fine. Everything, there's been no issues with this. It's a workhorse, and this one's going for now maybe 6 months. Solid, and this Russian is just great. I even cracked the tank on the Russian. I actually cracked the top where threads are. I cracked a thread off or so, and it's still not leaking, and it still works great. So, and the Russian's about a year old now, if not older. So yeah, I have a review for that too, way back when. And these two just been great, and I have it locked. This is my favorite juice, Tranquility Trauma from Moon Mountain. With my Russian at a 1.3 build and 11 watts. I don't even change the wattage. That's where I leave it. Sometimes I crank it up just a little bit more, but for the most part, this stays how it is. It's trusty. I use it every night. The juice in there is just like a nighttime juice. I have juices for different types of day. I'm weird like that. I have a morning juice, which is usually my Deadly Sin. Then it's my Sweet Mother of Mercury, and then it's Tranquility Trauma. Those are 3 juices I mainly use, and I drip the rest of my juices, basically. I can't say enough about this 722. This is the one that I thought was going to crap out of me the first. It is durable, sturdy, nothing to report with it. It's been the best mod I've purchased in forever. The best. Hands down. 722, I know they have the 30-watt version. I would like to buy that. I'll wait for it to freaking drop in price, because since there's so many different mods coming out, it will drop eventually. And the other one, which I just reviewed, will be the IPv2. This one, again, sits on my coffee table. These 3 right here sit on my coffee table. These are always next to me. They're all my everyday mods. And on this one, it's the IPv2. We just reviewed it. You can go back and look at the first review and the second review I did for it. No issues to report. I've seen reviews on it. I've heard what people had to say. I mean, I did have the touch fire sensor go off on its own when the batteries did get low, like Phil stated in his review. It did go off on its own, especially when the battery dropped. Only when the battery dropped. I didn't have any other issues with it, so I just turned it off. I don't even use it anymore, because otherwise it's great. Let me turn it on because it's off. I always turn my mods off or lock them. I just don't want anything to happen. I have it set to 41 watts on a 0.4 ohm build on this Zenith V2 clone, which I love this atomizer. And I actually have some Jimmy the Juice Man, if you guys have heard of Jimmy the Juice Man. He's very popular. Creme Brulee. And I must tell you, if I could find this juice, all I have is this little tiny bottle. A buddy of mine gave me. And there's barely any in there. It's 3 milligrams. If I could find this juice, I would buy 200 mils of it just to have it, because it's that good. I want to put it in a tank. Especially I want to put it in a K-Fun and see if it wicks well, because it's a little thick on the VG. I can't say enough about that juice. It's so good. Oh, fantastic. Brings me to heaven and back. Just freaking great. So yeah, the IPv2 working great, no issues with it. This Zenith pretty much lives on this though. I just use it for drippers with the high wattage that's capable of. I feel like it's a shame to put a K-Fin on there and put it to 10 watts, so I use a dripper. Go be it. So be it. It works for me. That's what works. Oh, I got one more. The E-Cig. I just reviewed this, so I'm not going to talk about too much, but it's a 4.2 volt constant battery, Cig-alike, with a clear fusion tank. Moon Mountain Vapor is what I use in it. It's a great little E-Cig. It's very satisfactory. That's what I've been using, and that's what I'm reporting. I have a lot more mods sitting up there. They just don't. They're not used. There's a VAML up there. There's an E-Vic up there. There's an iTaste. There's a MVP. I don't really use that one anymore. I kind of just stopped using it. The Chiyu clone, SmokeTech clone, SmokeTech Magneto, Stingray clone, the Sentinel clone, the KTS clone. God, that's an old one. Yeah, there's some old stuff up there. It's just never used. Yeah, you just saw it. That's everything I use for the most part. It's quite a lot, actually. And that's pretty much it. That's just what I've been using. Like I said, there's more reviews coming. I just wanted to do a little update on everything I've kind of reviewed lately and let you guys know about it. And I'll put links below for anything that you want to be, that you're interested in. I'm going to grab my old trusty 722 with my, what is this, the Russian now? I was about to call it K-Fun. It is, but the Russian, and have a vape and tell you guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, you may subscribe down below here. And I appreciate you guys all tuning in all the time. And for all the new subscribers, welcome to my channel. And until next time, live well and vape on.
You know it's only the beginning.